Are you tired of struggling to come up with jokes that land? Want to be effortlessly hilarious like Ellen Degeneres? Look no further, because in this video, we'll be exploring the secrets to Ellen's comedic success and how you can bring that same energy into your own life. Today, we're talking about how to be effortlessly hilarious, specifically taking inspiration from one of the greatest comedians of our time, Ellen Degeneres. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Ellen has been doing stand-up and hosting her own talk show for decades. How can I possibly be as funny as her? Well, don't worry. Being funny isn't about being a natural-born jokester. It's about understanding what makes something funny and learning how to craft jokes and moments that will make your audience laugh. And that's exactly what we're going to be covering today. But before we dive into the tips and tricks, let's take a quick look at Ellen's background and what makes her comedy so special. Ellen Degeneres is a household name, known for her quick wit, playful antics, and ability to connect with her audience on a personal level. She got her start in stand-up comedy in the 80s and quickly gained popularity for her relatable and observational humor. In 2003, she launched her own talk show, The Ellen Degeneres Show, which has since become a fan favorite and has won 62 Daytime Emmy Awards. So, what is it about Ellen's comedy that has resonated with audiences for so long? Well, for starters, she has a talent for finding humor in everyday situations. She's not afraid to make fun of herself or poke fun at the absurdities of life, and her comedic timing is impeccable. But perhaps most importantly, Ellen has a way of making people feel good. Whether she's dancing with her audience, pulling off elaborate pranks, or simply chatting with her guests, Ellen has a way of bringing joy and positivity into the world through her comedy, and that's something we can all strive for in our own lives. So, without further ado, let's dive into the easy-to-integrate tips for being effortlessly hilarious, Ellen style. Tip number 1. Finding humor in ordinary circumstances is one of Ellen's strengths, and it's helped her a lot along the way to success. She doesn't mind poking fun at herself or pointing out the absurdities of life, and we honestly believe that's what helps her connect with her audience on a level that is more relatable to them. One piece of advice is to experiment with viewing the world through a variety of lenses. Find something humorous about the circumstances you're in rather than focusing on the difficulties and roadblocks you face. For instance, if you're stuck in traffic, you could find the comedic side of the situation by cracking jokes about the other drivers or the absurdity of the traffic. This could help you lighten the mood and pass the time. You can instantly bring more laughter and joy into your life by shifting your perspective and looking for the humor in a situation. This is something that you can do right now. Don't be afraid to poke fun at yourself every once in a while. Ellen is famous for her ability to make fun of herself and find humor in her own foibles and errors, which has earned her this reputation. You can instantly bring more laughter and joy into your life by not taking yourself as seriously as you should, and by being willing to be the target of jokes that are directed at you. Ellen is an expert at observational humor in addition to being able to find humor in commonplace circumstances. She has an uncanny ability to pick up on people's idiosyncrasies and patterns of behavior and then find comedic potential in them. Another piece of advice is to be aware of people in your immediate environment and to consider what distinguishes each individual from the others. Do they have an entertaining manner of speech? A peculiar routine, perhaps? A humorous approach to dealing with the situation? You can add elements that are not only funny but also relatable by paying attention to these peculiarities and routines that people have. A further piece of advice that can be helpful is to develop the habit of carefully observing your environment and keeping an eye out for oddities and anomalies therein. This is a skill that can be developed by actively looking for humorous moments in the world around you, just like Ellen does with everyday situations. If you want to be as funny as Ellen, look for the humorous side of everyday situations. In summary, do not be afraid to seek out new perspectives and to inquire about things that are unclear to you. Ellen is well known for her ability to find humor in the most unusual situations, and part of the process that helps her do this is to be curious about and gain a deeper understanding of the world around her. You can broaden your understanding of the world and find more opportunities for comedic material if you ask questions and actively seek out new perspectives. In the world of comedy, timing is everything. And Ellen has it nailed down to a science. She has perfect timing when it comes to pausing for a laugh or delivering a punchline for the most impact possible. One point to remember is to perfect your timing and delivery through practice. This requires keeping a close eye on the response of the people in your audience and modifying your delivery accordingly. It also means being able to pause for a laugh and being aware of optimal time to deliver a punchline so that it has the most impact. You can develop more self-assurance and become more skilled at finding the right moment to deliver a joke if you practice your timing and delivery on a regular basis. Another helpful piece of advice is to think about the setting of your joke and consider the elements that will make it more humorous. Is it better to quickly deliver the punchline or to pause before doing so? Is there a particular inflection that brings out the humor more effectively? When you think about what's going on around your joke, you can figure out how to tell it so that it has the most comedic impact possible. One of the qualities that contributes to Ellen's widespread popularity is her gift for making other people happy. Through her comedy, Ellen is able to spread happiness and a positive outlook on life all over the world, whether she is engaging in audience participation by dancing or pulling off a hilarious prank. One word of advice is to always aim to make other people laugh and smile through your antics and jokes. Through your comedic performance, you should strive to bring joy and happiness into the world, whether you do this by dancing with your audience or by pulling off a hilarious prank. You can generate a positive and uplifting environment that will resonate with your audience if you place your primary emphasis on making other people feel good. Subsequently, think about the setting and atmosphere of the jokes you tell. Even though it's vital to get people laughing, you must always keep in mind both the people you're speaking to and the context of which you're doing so. Make it your mission to ensure that the world is left in a better mood as a result of your comedic performances rather than offended or uneasy. Practice thinking on your feet and coming up with quick responses and reactions to unexpected situations to consider. Being open to trying new things and being spontaneous, as well as having the ability to think of funny ideas and jokes on the spot, are both necessary components of this trait. You can become more adept at finding the humor in any situation that presents itself if you regularly practice your improvisational skills. For example, if someone asks you a question, try to answer with the opposite of what they are asking. It's that simple. Think of what they expect you to say as the answer, and say the opposite. This gets the biggest laugh from people, especially if it's something most people wouldn't say out loud. Thank you for watching Celebrity Wisdom and learning about Ellen Degeneres' approach to comedy. We hope that these tips have inspired you to bring more joy and laughter into your own life and become effortlessly hilarious. Just pay attention to your pacing, inflection, and body language, and practice until you feel comfortable and confident on stage. In addition to practicing your comedy skills, remember to stay true to yourself and your sense of humor. While it's important to learn from the masters of comedy like Ellen Degeneres, it's also important to develop your own style and voice. Do not try to be someone you are not, and do not be afraid to share your own experiences and perspectives. By being authentic and true to yourself, you can create comedy that is both funny and meaningful. Thank you again for watching Celebrity Wisdom, and we hope you continue to join us for more great content. If you want to be funny and respected, then check out Morgan Freeman's wisdom on respect in the next video. Until next time, stay funny and good luck.